Hey everyone, welcome back to Pretending with Dice. As always, I'm your host and game master, AJ. Just a real short intro for you all today as we talk a fair amount about the game that we're playing today right off the bat. This episode is the first of a two-part special, sort of one shot that we ran, playing The End of the World from Fantasy Flight Games. I want to thank everyone who voted on our Twitter account on what flavour of apocalyptic scenario that the guys would have to deal with. We're most likely going to be running more of these types of polls in the future, as it was just loads of fun to get you all involved in kind of what goes on the podcast. I do just want to put a little bit of a content warning on these two episodes, in that opposed to our previous D&D and Star Trek Adventures arcs, these two are a little bit more kind of on the horror side of things, atmosphere-wise. Just consider yourself warned, things get a little bit spooky. So yeah, this episode and our next one, we'll be playing The End of the World. Before we go into another full-length story arc, we're going to be making an announcement about that story arc on our social media pages very soon. It's going to be something pretty special, something I've been working on for a long time. I can't wait to tell you all about it. So again, keep checking back, we're going to be talking about that. So yeah, that's it for this intro. Let's get into today's episode. Alright, hey everybody, we're here for something a little bit different this time. We are in between story arcs on the podcast, so we are going to be playing a one-off session of The End of the World from Fantasy Flight Games. Which may or may not stretch into 2 episodes, depending on how quickly the guys die or not die. We'll see how it goes. Now, normally well, as we did with D&D, we kind of did all the character creation and that beforehand. A pretty key part of The End of the World is that there's voting between the players on their stats and things, so we thought we'd kind of record that as this kind of intro section before we jump into the game. The other thing as well, I want to thank everybody who voted on our poll on our Twitter page for what kind of apocalypse the guys would be facing. And we are going with an alien invasion, so I hope you're ready for that. Okay, do you guys want to say hi? You're sitting silently when I've gone into radio announcer mode.
Hi guys, it's me, Mark. You may remember me from such things where I played Bork.
Might remember you from the other 18 episodes of the podcast.
Exactly, yeah. So, but I'm playing me today.
Yeah.
It won't be much different.
Hello, I'm Eden, and I will be ever so slightly less silly than Prance today, probably.
just a touch.
Just ever so slightly less. Maybe less fire.
He doesn't wear a hat.
Yeah, that's the main difference, really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Choice of headwear.
Let me just check my pocket. Yeah, it's clean today.
Still likes fire, though, right?
I've got a nice thing of biscuits there instead of the pocket pork. Jesus Christ. Same dynamic, folks.
My name's Jason. I play Enade, and I guess I'll be dragging these idiots through other things again.
Hi, Jason.
But less in character, more in character. I'm actually not as grumpy as Enade.
Today you're playing Jason.
I'm playing me. I'm not quite as grumpy. I'm a lot stupider.
There's a lot of stuff that gets cut out of the D&D sessions where you're just you're laughing and making jokes, and then
getting too happy.
Then you go wait, no, I'm not grumpy enough.
There was a good 20 minutes of the last recording session where none of us, those two were always in character, because they get to be stupid. It took me a good 20 minutes to bring myself down to being grumpy and miserable.
Yeah.
So
stupid. I represent that. How dare you?
Happy people. Happy people.
Yeah. Okay, so prior to recording, the guys have set their initial stat levels. Do you guys want to say what you've come up with for each one, or we'll start with you, Mark?
Okay. So the first section we got is physical, right?
Yeah.
Dexterity, I did 3.
Okay. Do you want to explain your choices behind them, or
not really?
Okay.
Okay. Oh, dexterity. I mean, middle ground. I can run for a little bit before I get out of breath. I don't know. That's my assumption of what I kind of uses. Vitality, I've done 2.
Right.
Mostly due to running out of points at the end.
Yeah. Vitality sort of works out as your general strength levels. So I feel like yeah, you're right with 2. I think. Yeah. It's not end.
Thanks, man.
I was going to say it's not the end of the world, but it's very much is.
Yeah. Well, let's just hope we don't have to lift anything too heavy. Into the middle section of mental. Yeah, logic, I got a 3 again.
Okay.
Willpower, I did 4.
Okay.
So
it's interesting.
I'll be willing you guys on.
Yeah, I feel like that's not what that means, but
Then why call it willpower?
It's how powerful you are if you were called Will.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're good.
Will Wheaton, the internet ruler, is 7 on that. And there's only 5.
You want to set that to a 0, surely. Nobody wants to be Will Wheaton.
Harsh.
Oh.
I certainly don't.
Will, if you're listening, Will.
Strong words here on an RPG
Eden's
podcast.
opinion.
Oh no, how will he go on?
I feel like
Sorry.
your choice there is okay for willpower. Willpower is the defensive mental skill, and it's your memory and mental resilience and stuff.
Well, call it that next time, please. So,
yeah.
all right, because I have a pretty good willpower, but not that. We'll run with that for now, I guess.
Mental resilience, surely.
Well, this is the fun thing. Like, you've written these numbers down, but like
it's about
to get voted on by the other two. So
sure, okay. Yeah. Charisma, I put a very low, healthy 2, and empathy is also at a 2.
Okay, fair enough. Should we'll do the voting on Mark before we move on to
I think that.
Yeah, we've had all the numbers. Okay, so
pedestal time.
For each general category, we've got physical, mental, and social. We are changing the voting process a little bit from the book just to make it fit the podcast a little bit better. So
it's big X symbols like that.
Yeah, in general then. So what were your numbers again on physical?
Okay, yeah, physical. Dexterity 3 and vitality 2.
Okay, so the choices you guys can make are you can either raise one of them, lower one of them, or you can have them stay as they are.
Mark's showing off the pythons to try and encourage us here.
So just make your choice a little bit.
You can see on this.
I'd say I have more of a leaner Bruce Lee. Look, I'm not going for hench. So
I don't know that I would argue with those necessarily. I feel like
I think given that we've only got 10 points to spend, I think 3 and 2 is probably about right.
Okay, well this
Jason.
changing doesn't count against your points.
No, I know, but it's trying to figure out whether or not they're right, and I would say that they are probably right.
Okay, so you're saying Mark's numbers are about okay then?
I'd say for physical, that sounds about right to me.
Physical's about right for Mark.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, cool. So mental, obviously, what did you put?
3 logic, 4 willpower. Before I knew what willpower meant.
So again, either raise 1, lower 1, or keep them the same.
I'd say your logic is higher. I'd put you as a logical person. Personally.
I am quite a logical person.
I guess I'd agree. I tend to think that like with what you do with drawing and stuff requires a lot of willpower and a lot of like
to get there,
the capacity to actually sit down and dedicate to something, and that's
like,
what
I was leaning on. Was what I thought it meant.
That's sort of like the combination of memory and like the general sense of will. I feel.
So you think his willpower should be higher?
No, I don't know that higher necessarily. I feel like the willpower is perhaps correct, or maybe it could go 1 higher and logic could go down 1.
I mean, if you feel
it's one or the other, you can't.
Oh, it's one or the
so
other.
if we put 1 up, does the other one go down?
No, the other one stays as it is. You can either raise one.
Also, we can basically give bonus points here.
Yeah, this is bonus points or taking away points, basically.
Because I was about to say, if you need to move them around, I'll lose some charisma for some extra logic.
I reckon we could put your willpower up.
Yeah,
more
willpower.
Explanation of that.
Extra willpower
goes up. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I haven't got the patience to sit down and draw anything like you do. I'm terrible. I can get 2 minutes into it and just be like, no, there's all my willpower gone.
Okay, and finally your social one, so charisma and empathy.
It was a 2 and a 2.
2 and a 2. What do you guys reckon?
I'd say you're more charismatic than 2, but
oh shucks.
It feels like if anything below 3 is like you're below average.
It's really hard, isn't it?
So yeah, let's be nice. Like charisma 3, I think.
Charisma 3.
Oh, guys.
Okay.
Who needs Tinder when you've got this game?
This may feel like a nice thing for now,
but that's not how life works.
But that does mean that he gets more negative features later on.
Oh, interesting.
So. It's fine. No, his overall skills are better, but he's going to have to put down 1 extra negative thing when it comes to features. We'll get to that though.
That's fine.
Okay, so moving on then, Eden, what did you put for each of your skills? And feel free to justify them as much as you like.
Well, similarly to Mark on physical, I went for 3 dexterity and 2 vitality, mostly because like I do a lot of physical work at work. I can lug stuff about. As much as I don't look like I can carry things around, I actually can. And yeah, vitality wise, a little bit less because I'm prone to getting chest infections at least once a year. Okay. So in my mind, at least, that's my justification.
We've all learnt something about Eden today.
Slightly down from average on that one.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
Nice.
Well, we'll go through all of them and then we'll do the voting.
Okay, and then mental, so logic, I've gone for 5 because at times it's
a big point spend there. Yeah.
I tend to think I'm irritatingly logical at points. to the point of irritating.
Fair enough.
And willpower is 2 because
Okay.
I have proclivities. I have things I do in my life that are most definitely demonstrations of a lack of willpower. So I don't feel like I can lay claim to something on that front.
Beanie Baby craze hit you hard.
Oh yeah, I've got so many pogs at home you wouldn't believe.
Pogs for days.
Fox for days.
I don't know why I went that far back.
Yeah, no, good point.
Right from childhood, I've been this bad. And social, I've gone for, much like Mark, mostly because I've run out of points at this point, a 2 on charisma and a 2 on empathy.
Okay.
Although I tend to think I'm a little more empathic than that, but I couldn't really do anything on
That's
that
fair
front.
enough. That's fair enough. Okay, so physical ones then. Mark and Jason, what do you think? Raise one, lower one, or keep them about where they are?
I think they're probably about right.
Yeah.
3 and a 2, wasn't it? You
Yeah.
said?
Yeah, 3 and 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're staying about the same. Mental, logic, and willpower.
Logic
Yeah,
5,
and a
willpower
2.
I feel that's cool.
Yeah.
The logic is definitely like.
I would say your willpower could be higher.
You think?
Given the job that you're doing and the fact that you continue to do it,
Yeah,
I would view that as a sign that
going
you're quite
back-
resilient.
There's a difference
Unknowingly
between
resilient.
abiding and like enduring.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Though you are enduring
in the
it.
nicest of ways.
No, but
you're
I feel like I'm.
workhorse.
I feel like I'm abiding. I just put up with it. But I'm not going to argue.
Do you
wanna give
agree,
me-
Mark?
Yeah, let's be
putting
nice.
the willpower up to 3.
I mean,
Yeah?
it's the end of the world, right? So
Surely I can find a little more willpower.
yeah. You don't know how you may react in that situation. You might just
We're going to find out.
well, yeah.
Let's find out.
Let's find out. Okay, so social then.
And social
2 and a
was
2.
2 and 2. Yeah.
2 and 2. Mark?
You get me to start every time.
Wait,
Yeah, well, no, I started the last 2. Fuck you, buddy.
I don't want to work with you, Judge.
Interesting you said that you think you'd maybe have a bit more empathy.
Ish.
So we up his empathy.
I don't want to be like the one that's
I'm
purely
looking at Jason
influencing
now, it's
you
okay.
here. Like, if you
always-
guys are
That's
like,
good. I'm blanking you out right now.
I've always viewed Eden as fairly cynical, so I guess that can go hand in hand with empathy. So, but I think it's probably fine as is.
that's
do
fine,
that,
I'm wrong.
That's
so
fine.
we're staying on that.
I'm not saying that he doesn't care about people. I just think
You can earn things later, right? Or is this it, really?
No, this is kind of it.
This
we
is it,
can't
okay,
find potions to level up.
Not really.
No potions
No.
in the
Unless they're
real world.
experience.
Uh,
Can we grind the oozes?
The experience is experience.
No.
I guess
Inside of
empathy
us all.
kind of dictates a certain amount of like, I get what you do and I understand, whereas I'm a bit more like,
And then the logic
I get what you do and I reject it.
Yeah.
I think 2. I'm not having a vote in this, but I think 2 might be quite reflective of that because you could have been worse. You could have gone 1, but like you say,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
We know it.
cool.
This
I'm
is
not-
exactly.
yeah, we're
expected.
not-
We
we're-
know each other. And we're already hesitating about being unkind almost.
I'll own my slightly less shining traits. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, we all got to do it.
So we're staying on 2 and 2. is that
That's
how
it.
we're-
If that's what
Yeah,
the guys are
okay.
saying, that's
Okay.
what we're doing.
Fair enough.
Oh no.
Okay.
I feel like going last was a bad shout.
How does it feel?
So Jason, then, what did you put for your numbers?
Okay, so physical, I put 4 dexterity because I go to the gym a lot. I do karate, I do running, I do lots and lots of physical things.
Yep.
I put my vitality as 2 because I stood up this week and threw my back out.
Makes sense.
I'm also hypermobile, which means that while I'm quite strong, I have a nasty tendency for things to pop out of joint.
Yeah. I mean, vitality can also be like kind
Cool.
of how well you deal with disease and stuff as well.
I mean,
so.
I'm relatively healthy in that
Yeah.
aspect, but yeah. So
Again, you could have left it at 1, so
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah.
I mean, we've yet to score you, so.
that was my logic. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
1 on everything.
Hard man mode.
Yeah.
So mental then. What did you put?
I did 3 for logic. Mostly because I couldn't put that high as well if I wanted to have any other points than anything, and 2 for willpower. I view myself as being probably more logical than I am than my willpower because I will eat most of the Skittles that are in front of us before the end of the evening.
Yeah,
Basically,
that's just a fact.
yeah, that's just that.
Logic because they're nice, willpower because they're in front of you.
Yeah, but I know I'm logical because I know that I'll do that. As a result, I know my willpower's low.
Yeah. Fair enough. And what did you get for with social?
So I put my charisma as 3 and my empathy as 2.
Okay.
I would have put my empathy higher, but I had to kind of make a choice between empathy and charisma on that one, and I leaned towards charisma
Fair play.
because I like to think, I'm not a cunt. Get us swearing in.
Getting it in real early. Yeah. Okay, so let's vote on yours then. So physical
Was 4 dexterity, 2 vitality.
4 and 2. What do you guys think?
Okay, well, I'll agree on the vitality because I'm yet to stand up out of a chair and actually injure myself yet in life. So I think you're probably about right on that. For strength, though, like...
I'm happy to up that.
I mean, admittedly, it's been a long while since you've done it to me, but I remember at one point you basically doing, like, not quite a one-inch punch, but a demonstration of, like, Hayden, come here, let me show you exactly how strong I am. And I can remember just having a moment like, fuck, I'm never going to take a swing at Jason. That's just not going to happen. So I feel like I want to give you an extra point on that.
Oh, youth.
Sound.
Right, okay, so you're going up to 5 in dexterity.
Let's say 2 though. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. Mental then, logic and willpower.
So it's 3 and 2.
Oh, it's 3 and 2, yeah.
Okay. I'd say I would... Have you got any ideas? I don't want to just immediately...
It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, I think we're all scoring across the board fairly... I mean, real life, we're kind of similar. That's why the group works nicely. And so the logic sounds cool. I don't know if I know you enough about your willpower, that's all.
See, I was thinking I would give you an extra point of willpower, again, because you train, like... your discipline,
that element,
and everything.
You actually leave the house to go to the gym.
That is
a thing I do.
You did that when it was snowing because you videoed.
I did.
There you go. Then that's the justification.
Yeah, we'll do with that.
An extra point of willpower.
Yeah. Okay.
Wheels all around.
And then social was 3 charisma, 2 empathy.
Well, again, like, you're quite a gregarious guy. Like, out of all of us, you're the one that gets out and actually talks to people and, like, has social connections that you're working on right now.
When we were at Dragon Meet, it got to the point where I was like, can you just give out these things? Like, you seem happy to give out things and talk to people.
You know the words.
So, yeah, again, I would say an extra point of charisma is my thought.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Well,
okay, so that's the voting on that.
Well, I'm fucked because there's 3 stats that have gone up.
Okay, so the next part in the character creation is choosing features. So these can sort of represent important aspects of, who you are as a person, not in a number form. So yeah, each feature is kind of like a word or a phrase describing a particular strength, weakness, or eccentricity that works in that particular category. So you start with, in each of the 3 headings, you start with 1 positive, 1 negative. Any heading that got raised, you either add an additional negative feature or you remove your positive feature. So that's the choice you've got to make each time.
Okay.
Now, these features as well, this isn't something that then gets voted on. This is just something that you put down for yourself. So
is this something... So this isn't from a list, we just choose things?
No, I mean, there's some examples here I can give you.
That'd be useful.
Is hay fever a negative physical trait?
Yeah.
Allergies, maybe?
So, well, let's look at... There's some examples here for positive features you might pick. Under physical, they've written down distance runner, weightlifter, very flexible, martial artist, iron stomach, stuff like that.
Iron stomach.
You can eat whatever without getting ill.
Yeah.
Mental ones would be like human calculator, tireless reader, nursing degree, Eagle Scout, well-read, word traveler. So it's kind of anything like that sort of thing.
Okay.
Social features and stuff, like always smiling, snappy dresser, excellent liar, wheeler and dealer, natural leader. One of them is just extremely attractive.
Yes.
I mean, who writes that on their own sheet?
Not me.
A very self-assured person.
Okay.
And we're all hilarious.
Let's start that in this time.
Yeah. Okay, so we've taken a couple of minutes to all think of some features for ourselves. We're not going to vote on these. Whatever you guys have written down, that's what you're going with.
Okay.
But let's go through what you've written then. So, Jason, what have you got down?
Okay, so my positive for physical, I've put martial artist. Because that's where most of my fitness is.
Yeah.
Is in punching and kicking things.
Which is why we'll be standing behind you for most of the action.
When aliens are trying to shoot at me.
Yeah.
My negatives, because I've had to have 2. I've got hypermobility, because if I'm focusing on something, my body's fine. If I get distracted and something hits me, my shoulder will fall out, basically.
Yeah.
Which is not the dream.
Not really.
And allergies, because I get really, really bad hay fever. And I don't know, that sounds really stupid, but you will see me when I'm at my worst.
We've heard it in past
yeah, and I am a mess. So if the aliens happen to have like pollen I'm allergic to, I'm just fucked. Mental. I've got human calculator because it sounds stupid, but I'm an accountant as well, so I figure that fits.
You know how the numbers go together.
Yeah, 1 and 1 makes 7. I've put as the negatives. I put gets hangry.
You do get hangry.
I can't focus on things if I'm hungry.
Yeah.
At all. So. And I put easily distracted.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like that could compound with the hangriness.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, if I get hangry, it's just game over.
And then food on the horizon.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's all kinds of distracted.
Yeah.
And then social, positive, I put gregarious because it's a good word. And I am more than...
We all know you're quite good at getting out there and talking to people generally.
Handing out those stickers.
Saying hi, meeting new folks.
Yep. And negatives, I've put arrogant. Because I don't think I am, but I probably am. I realise that's kind of the point of arrogance. And I put prefers animals, because as much as I am willing to talk to people, I would much rather go and talk to the doggy.
It's fair enough. And in a life and death situation, if somebody's there with a dog and you're more interested,
I'm going to go straight to the dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We can't both fight over the dog.
No, you can't.
Oh dear, am I going to have to break up a fight over a dog at some point?
You will, I think. Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes. Eden, what did you come up with?
Oh, good dog. So for my physical traits, on my plus, I've got doesn't eat much, because I don't.
Yeah,
and I get by somehow. And my negative is smoker's lungs. Because if we got to run somewhere, you're not going to want to be running with me for very long.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mental, my positive is basic investigation, because I'm very good at putting 2 and 2 together, and that's what I used to do as a living, and now, as much as night pouring isn't the core of that, I have to figure out if something weird has happened in the building, how it's happened, and the number of times you wouldn't believe, really, like...
Put on your detective's cap.
Yeah, something inexplicable appears in the corridor, and I'm like, how the hell did that get there? And then I spend the next hour figuring it out. And speaking of night pouring, for my negatives, I'm nocturnal / night person, so daytime activities after about 2 p.m. will become very difficult for me. This could get interesting. My other negative is I'm a depressive person, so yeah, we're going to be straight in for me being a bit like, oh, so it's all gone wrong. Oh dear.
I guess
I knew it would.
Yeah, I told you so, guys. For my social, my plus is gallows humour, because as much as I will point it all out, I'll try and at least make light of it while I'm doing it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My leg is
Just generally kind of raising the...
That's it. Hey, it's all bad, but we can laugh about it while we're dying, right?
Yeah.
And my negative is that I'm blunt or offensive, and that's kind of parcel of the same thing of like, well,
yeah.
Sometimes it goes one way, sometimes I just say the wrong thing and get a bit too horrible.
Fair enough. Mark, how did you get on?
For the strong physicals, I put strong drawing skills. Skills spelt with a Z at the end.
I hate you so much. Fucking bork.
Because someone needs to document this.
Okay,
thinking like World War Z.
Good fine motor control. We'll call that.
We'll call it that. Yeah. Okay.
My motor skills.
Motor skills. Yeah.
Motor skills. I'll change it to motor skills with Z. For my negative, hot food makes my nose run.
I like it. I am totally on board with that one.
Which can wreak havoc with...
The time comes along and suddenly you just snore.
That's so weirdly obscure. I love it.
My mental, which I realised I had to put down 2 negatives. My positive, high focus on visual stimuli.
Yep.
And negative, not a morning person at all. So if this is morning set, I'm going to be grumpy as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So between the two of you, we can't do anything. Like
one of us is always going to be a detriment.
Yeah. We'll be supporting one of each of ourselves at some point, I guess. And I put for my second negative on the mental, second guessing some decisions, like internally.
Right. Yeah. I feel you.
Social, My positive, easily accepting of other people.
Okay.
On the whole, generally.
Yeah.
You know, you've got your own.
You're
shit
not too
going.
suspicious of.
No, I can be really like, just accepting and let them in.
Makes sense.
The negative, with those new people, I can be quiet to get to know a new person. So in case we have to introduce characters,
a little bit shy.
You'll enthusiastically shake hands and then shy away.
And then I'll see what they're up to.
Yeah.
The other one, I can't fake interest in something. So if someone's talking to me about anything that I'm not interested, I'll switch off and go elsewhere.
That's fair enough. It's good to know I've kept your interest then with all this.
There you go. Something's working. That or I've actually faked it rather well. I don't know. Second guessing myself. A negative point.
Maybe you're lying.
Maybe.
Okay. There's only one or two little extra bits to do in character creation, and then we are good to get going.
Cool.
So this one shouldn't take too long. I want you guys to just write down any kind of. The title here is record equipment, but as we are going to be basically starting in you will know this isn't a spoiler, we're going to be starting as if this exact situation we're sat in at the moment is how it's starting. Just write down what you've got on you at the moment.
Genius idea.
Yeah. Less thinking about it. I mean, I'll allow you to take your coats and stuff as well. I'm not going to be like, no, you took your shoes off. You took your shoes off when you came in my house. You don't have shoes.
Crap.
So it's like, what have we got in our pockets, basically?
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
I knew I should have brought my sword. Right, I think we're all good.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So any choice bits of equipment. Now, again, listeners at home, we're cutting there's all the cross-talk and stuff I'm going to cut out where we're all wondering what we've got in our pockets and stuff. What of the choice selections you guys have written down?
Okay, so I'll go top of the table again as always. Car keys come with a bottle opener.
And a car, presumably.
And well, I was going to write car, but it's not technically on me, but it is out there.
It is in the driveway.
And I've got half a tank of petrol, so who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, so car keys / car with bottle opener, wallet, mobile phone, and 20p.
All right. Fair enough.
That's what I got.
Yeah, that's what you got.
I've got a small multi-tool which has got screwdriver components.
That's very useful.
The robots will stand no chance.
I'm prepared for anything. I mean, honestly, my bag's full of shit.
It's like, never invite a prepper to play this game. I
am not a prepper. How dare you?
They're just ready for it.
I have a Portaloo.
The T800 is not going to stand a chance.
It's only a tiny little thing with screwdrivers, really, but it's
quite useful.
Hey man, it's how you use it.
So I've got 3 painkillers. My phone and charger, and a 3DS with its charger.
Nice.
So we can keep ourselves entertained if need be.
It's the important thing.
I see this game, this next hour or two is going to document 2018 really well.
Man, how fucked up would it be if the nukes started falling while we were playing this?
I mean,
I shouldn't have jinxed
Sweet irony.
Can we not call down the wrath? The wrath of Khan.
You hear that, sod?
If you're hearing this, we survived.
Yeah.
What about you, Jason? What have you got on you?
Phone, wallet, keys, a pencil, and some headphones.
Okay.
Headphones might be useful if I need to strangle someone, I guess.
Or if you want to listen to anything.
Yeah.
To drown out the murder.
Yeah.
As I'm strangling them.
Okay.
Oh, I should mention, sorry. Earplugs and sunglasses for me. Very important for me dealing with the nocturnal and the sunlight factor.
Fair play. Yeah.
I am a mole man.
Those could be useful as well.
He wears his sunglasses at night.
Now, there's one more step that I'm going to call optional because it really is up to you, and that is to record any traumas that you're starting the game with. Mostly, I mean, this could be physical or mental. But I have the thought that maybe, Jason, you've got a bad back at the moment.
Do I have to include that?
You don't have to. I'm going to call this step optional. If we were playing like a longer campaign on the podcast, I might say like, no, this is going to be the. Yeah, no, I'm not for ultra realism.
I'm not going to include that because it would literally cripple me for the rest of the game.
I feel like it wouldn't be too fair for this one-off session to be like, no, you're fucked.
Sweet.
We've given you all these physical stat points, but you ain't using any.
You know all those points you put into physical. Enjoy having negative dice every time you want to do anything.
7 negative dice. That's sweet.
Yeah. No, okay. So, I mean, if there's anything you guys want to write down, that's
No,
it. Like,
I feel like I'm in
feeling
fine
pretty-
battle right now.
Yeah, like you said, for a one hit, like
no
just run with
debilitating
what we
mental
got.
illnesses at the moment.
No.
Just the usual ones.
Just the usual ones.
Yeah, just
Okay,
the
that's
usual
Just the
fine.
voices. They help normally.
Nothing to write home about.
Okay, I think that's all we need to do in character creation. So, let's begin. This is the end of the world.
And you know it.
I don't think we know it yet.
This is a copyright takedown notice from Marielle.
And I feel fine.
Okay, so it is a Saturday night in early April. You all come together at your friend AJ's house to record a podcast.
I'm struggling to imagine all
I know.
this.
Are we in Deadpool? You had a fairly good trip over in the car. Mark was playing some classic rock on the radio.
He was playing 80s TV tunes.
80s TV tunes. That was a good guess. That was close.
That was close.
Not even
Usually
80s.
would be.
Stingray, Thunderbirds.
That's a
Classics.
good choice. I like it. Just getting dark outside as you guys pull up. Lights are on, and you're welcomed warmly into the house by your smiling, if a little chubby friend, AJ.
Oh,
I didn't get to do a character sheet. I'm going to put myself
You're just
down
gonna
in
be
the
able-
description. He has several problems, most of which he will not be talking about here, as he's got to deal with them on his own time. It's a lot, fair amount of small talk. You guys, as you set up the folding table, which Mark has very kindly brought with him yet again, and you
Happy to
get
help.
ready to play a game of D&D.
bounce all around.
Bounce all around. It's a little bit of getting into character, as Jason, tries to make himself a bit more grumpy. Snacks are put out and microphones are set up. So, you guys are ready to record? Then we're good to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've got all the dumbness out of
my
my
pencil.
system, or at least the kind of dumbness that I need to get out of my system out of my system.
I never know how to start these things. I feel like it's
What, when you
awful.
record?
Yeah,
It's
no,
also
I mean,
matter now.
Are we playing
I need to
ourselves?
lie down.
Okay, so
Inception.
how did we end the last D&D session? Fuck.
In the
We were
pits.
probably
In the
walking
pits.
somewhere.
You're probably walking somewhere.
I believe I took everyone's loot.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Look, Bort got a spear. I just wanted a sword and a bow.
Yeah. I don't know how to start a podcast. This is weird because I'm talking in my own voice while doing the narration of myself pretending to be in the start of a podcast. Which,
I'm not
ironically enough,
I couldn't really tell. I was like,
Ironically enough, we went through this exact conversation before we start recording this podcast.
So you're not acting right now?
Not on the second, but I will be in about 3 seconds.
I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio is going to walk in a minute and like put a little spinner on the table and just be like, how deep can we go?
Put a spin on the table, like, bam, Shutter Island. So, AJ is just about to launch into his recap of your previous D&D adventures when all of a sudden, all of the lights, computer screens, everything goes out.
Bugger.
Well, that's that fucked.
Oh man.
Tell me you saved that.
I think I did. I've got, well, what's to save? It's just me, rambling and you guys sound checking.
Well, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you usually get power cuts around here?
Not really. I let me grab my torch. AJ reaches behind him, behind this keyboard. He has a neat little blue torch that he pulls out and clicks on. It's then that you realise there's no streetlights coming out through the blinds either.
Particularly dark. It's like not even like an orange haze from the streetlights out there
That's right, I'll just Google it. It's probably just a power outage.
in the whole area.
Yeah.
I suppose so. That's true.
Yeah.
That happens.
Your phones are working. Do you want to? Are you googling?
I have Googled it.
Okay.
You've googled it.
Googled everything.
I'm not going to call this a test. That would have been quite a harsh way to start the roll.
I can Google.
Can you use Google? Do you have?
Can you Google?
Yeah, can you Google?
I mean, we're talking split seconds after this has just happened.
Yeah.
I don't imagine Google's going to have an answer for why Christ.
No, but that's
now.
I literally had a power cut during the week
it.
and Googled it straight away and called them, and it was resolved within like 30 minutes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so your Google result yields nothing about any particularly local power cuts, but there is an odd headline that you get as a push notification as you pull it up. Strange lights seen across America and Europe.
So I think we're being nuked.
I'm going straight to Twitter.
I'm going to Twitter.
To the Twitter sphere.
I'm connected to more than enough Americans in different places where I'm
news pretty quick on
like,
Twitter now. Yeah.
Right, is anybody talking about this? Whereabouts did you say it was in America? Just generally?
Just
general.
Across America and Europe.
Okay.
So
what am I seeing on Twitter then?
Okay, there's quite a few hashtags.
I was say let's hashtag it.
There's one which is like light sky party.
Strange lights.
There's one that's like blame Trump. There's one like
There's definitely a MAGA one. There's always a MAGA one.
So yeah, there's one that's like there's like hashtag lights in the sky seems to be a fairly
That's a pretty good one.
pretty good one. There's also hashtag add skylights ruin a movie.
Oh my god.
There's one about National Beer Day that at Star Trek is tweeting about for some reason, and it appears that Steve Boost has posted something about seeing some lights up north.
Classic Steve.
Nice.
Steve Boost. We can't help ourselves.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are you seeing on your Twitter feed, which is at Monkey Magic Eden, right?
It is. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Well, I've just checked, and it looks like everyone and their dog is losing their shit over some lights in the sky, which, I don't know. Are there any pictures to go with this?
Yeah, you find...
It's not SpaceX, is it? They haven't gone and launched another...
It's probably just the fucking stars. You know what the internet's like.
They haven't looked up from their phones in so long.
Oh, holy shit, the stars.
There's a few video clips that have been shot in portrait. Fucking animals.
Animals.
And they're I mean, half of them look kind of fake.
Okay.
You know what I mean? There's
Everything
odd
on the
kind of
internet's fake.
triangle formations going through the sky. There's some that look a little bit more genuine, sort of spinning and that, and it looks a little odd. Although you can't. This might be some odd bit of viral marketing. You can't
Okay.
really
That's
tell.
tough, yeah, because even if they've just gone up in the last second, like that would be some pretty good viral marketing rather than some guy.
Scrolling back, it seems these things have been going on for about the last 2 hours. It's then that you realise that the American clips are actually still in the daytime, because you didn't think this through when you started ad-libbing what was going on.
It's the time shift.
Yeah. So that does make them a little bit more impressive. That it really does look like, it couldn't be a real aircraft that did this. Possibly some ultra new drone thing or whatever.
Well, my reaction to this then is to sort of show the phone around and just sort of go, well, Russians, guys, I don't want to be alarmist or anything, but
is it Elon Musk?
I've kind of been not quite saying it, but winking and nudging and going World War III's round the corner, and
I believe it's probably Elon Musk more than it's North Korea,
or Amazon and their drones.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I can't imagine there's anything to actually worry about.
But that's weird though. I'm
giving you
some
both
glitchy lights.
Hearing what you're saying, I'm giving you both perfunctory smiles, but internally I'm definitely
you're shitting
perhaps
yourself.
the day's the day when the sun doesn't rise again. Is this the twilight of humanity that I'm about to
it's
witness?
weird.
Classic Mr. Burns.
If I'm looking at anything like that, that's where my mind's going straight away.
I'm looking at it, like you said, about whether it's faked and stuff, and to my eye, it doesn't look like a visual effect, as we say. There's some legitimacy to it.
To your eye.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen some faked videos and such, but there's so many different ones that seem to be coming from so many different random Twitter
for that
accounts
to be
this would be a
that's
really
a big bit of viral marketing.
Yeah, big bit of viral marketing. But then some of them are being posted as you pull out your own phone and start scrolling as well.
At Mark B Design.
There's some that are obviously. There's some that, based on the timing and who's posting it, couldn't have been,
no, they couldn't have known.
It must have been filmed just then. Random well-known celebrities or I say well-known, C-list British celebrities and stuff.
Yeah.
So looking at your feed, it seems like weirdly like people you wouldn't expect. Like Louis Theroux has posted something. People are retweeting John Boyega's taking a video of a UFO or a bunch of lights that could be a UFO flying around. And it all seems a little bit more legit than you would think.
Yeah, this is coming global. This is not just some small area. This is weird.
Bathed by just the light of these phones, presumably.
Yes.
I'm going to wander over to the window and have a look out and see if in the sky and see if there's anything out there. Cause feels like there's a fairly obvious thing to be done at that point.
Pulling back the curtains,
curtain twitcher.
You can see that there's not any streetlights even on the horizon. Not that you can see a huge amount from here, but there's
that general sense when lights are out, it's dark.
There's generally, like, even if these streetlights are off, the ones around the town are still lighting up the sky. It does look pretty dark out and that. It's you sort of crane your neck, you can sort of see it does look like there's a couple of twinkling things just kind of moving around.
I lean back from the window and look and say to everyone, guys, I think we're about to see some lights ourselves. Let's
go outside.
Yeah, let's go outside, because I'm starting to get a funny feeling about what's going on right now.
I've texted Charlie in this time.
Okay, your phones are still, like I say, phones are still
like empathy score.
I have 100% messaged my wife at this point.
All right, okay, good.
I'm trying to think of a good sarcastic tweet that I would be making at this point. Like, well, I guess if this is it, then so long and thanks for all the fish, or something along those lines.
That would definitely be trending.
That would be, somebody would have posted that, if not you.
Yeah.
So, okay, you guys, AJ grabs his door keys because he always locks the door behind him.
He does.
And he lets you out into, and we all head out into the driveway in front of Mark's car to have a look at the sky. And from out here, you can definitely see some odd movements in the sky that don't quite look. You can't hear any helicopters, so it doesn't look like that. And they don't really look like planes. It's just some odd formations of lights.
It doesn't look like that regular helicopter that kind of circles the area, the coastal guard or whatever it is.
Yeah, there's from the sea rescue one.
Yeah, doing the loop round.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a helicopter. And you'd hear it, I suppose.
No.
Don't look like no helicopter I've ever seen.
My Dorset's coming out.
I'm 100% doing all this, like, actually as well, because that's literally what I would be doing.
Well, make it
constantly making stupid jokes.
Yeah, that's entirely what we'd be.
Eden's quietly the stoic one, actually, like,
I'm just looking up, like, I wonder what the hell's going on right now. I'm getting, like, I'm not letting it show, but there's definitely part of me that's like, oh god, what is happening today? Like, really, is this actually it? Like,
the rest of us
because I'm
just
so
playing
ready
tag.
for this to happen.
You're ready for it.
I've been waiting for World War III for like the last 10 years.
It does appear you're not the only one as well. Looking out, it seems like the houses around, there's a couple of old people who have come out and just sort of looking up, and that they look at you, kind of the whole bunch of you, a little bit suspiciously as well, because you're about 30 years younger than everybody else in the road. And then a couple of them notice AJ and they're like, oh, it's that nice boy who lives next door.
Shout out to the next door.
Nice boy suddenly reassured.
And his 3 male friends.
Hello there.
It's then looking up, you see one of the lights seems to be getting a little bit brighter.
So that's coming closer.
It 100% is just coming closer. And it's then that you realise that the speed of this thing is crazy, and it's
miles away,
rocketing down from right up in the sky. Almost looks like it's heading right into the road.
We should probably move back.
Yeah, guys.
Let's go back inside.
Let's go back inside, because the window of the house goes onto the road. So let's go back inside, look out the window for a bit.
Yeah. Seeing this, and
I'm gonna put my shoes on.
I'm going to shout at the elderly people, get back inside, look, and point at the sky and kind of try and draw their attention to the fact that they should probably follow our lead and get inside as well.
They're a little bit slow to react, but yes.
The Brexit's coming, hide!
I couldn't live with myself if I didn't try and help the old people a little bit.
That's cool, okay.
They all voted Tory, you should be able to be fine.
Well, this is about as far as it's likely to go. I'll be honest with you.
You did your part.
That's it. Get back in your houses, away from me.
Yeah. Are you coming back into the recording room, or are you...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm putting my shoes on, looking out the window and grabbing the keys.
Yeah, I'd probably get into the hallway, realise that, like, I've been in your house a few times, but, like, not enough times where I feel like I'm going anywhere else other than this room.
Okay. AJ leads the way. He's like, come on, I'm going to look out the top window. Might be able to see more. Heads up to the upstairs sort of lounge area, and there's windows that you can see kind of a little bit around the whole front of the house. Just at this moment, there's a huge bang.
Holy shitting fuck.
Jeez.
That was an amazing string of swear words.
Because the whole house is shaken by this impact.
Oh, so I'm going to look out the window.
Yeah?
Yeah. Very stealthily.
Stealthily?
Yeah, do I have to roll?
Not for that, no.
I'm going
corner of the
to
room
peek around the curtains.
Peek around the curtains?
Yeah.
Embedded in the surface of the street, almost right outside the driveway, is a large metal object. Looks to be about 8 or 9 feet tall, about 4 feet on each side, just embedded in the concrete. There's lines of lights running up it.
When you say just outside the driveway, is it blocking the car in?
It might be.
Nice.
Classic. You should have had it in your pocket.
I know, yeah.
The car.
Damn, my shrink ray didn't bring it over me.
Yeah. There's debris from the tarmac everywhere as this thing is it's slammed in. It obviously hasn't really been damaged itself. It's just dug itself a little crater in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
The lights along it just are pulsing. You're right.
I'm looking out the window.
And looking out, you can then hear a sudden kind of cracking noise, almost not quite like an egg, but more of a mechanical sort of parts coming apart, moving, and the top half of each of the sides lifts up like a kind of like a garage door almost, and from inside this sickly green light is shining, and a odd mist begins to spread out from the inside of the thing.
I think we're being invaded.
I'm going to run over and join him at the window and get a peek at
crazy.
Kind of take a step back.
I'm speechless.
They're going to up our council tax again as well, because that's a fucking hell of a pothole.
I'm getting horrible flashbacks to like Species
to
or something, guys. Like, this is like I'm transfixed now on like the smoky.
Was that the one with the sexy lady?
Yes.
Yeah.
But Natasha Henstridge is not coming out of this.
No.
Quietly, I'm sort of thinking, I really hope a sexy lady.
Yeah. Please be a sexy lady. If films have taught me anything.
Thank you.
Let's see what the old people do. They're going to investigate.
That's true. Yeah. Are there some people over there still standing around dithering?
It appears that Eden's Warning did get most of them kind of at the very least out of the way.
Certainly.
But as you watch from the upstairs windows, it just like 1 or 2 people do sort of stick their heads back out of their houses.
What are you doing?
Well, that's fucking stupid.
What are you doing?
The mist continues to spread outwards. Sort of, it's quite low, it's low to the ground, but it sort of starts, almost looks like kind of dry ice, sort of coating the thing. But it's again, the mist itself is this sickly kind of green sort of colour that's like it doesn't look right. It doesn't look natural.
Goosebumps green.
Yeah. Goosebumps green. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good.
Oh shit! That green smoke is spreading.
Thanks for getting us back on track there.
This is real life. Like we do go on tangents.
Yeah, but there's got to be there's only got to be so much that's going to come out of it. Surely.
I suppose. Which way's the wind blowing?
It's oddly calm tonight.
Okay, so
yeah.
If you just let your finger and stick it out the window.
Oh, no, actually,
you open the window. I'm not opening the window
today.
No, I'm going to say
it windy.
It's been quite warm.
Yeah. It's kind of it's not being blown away. It's just kind of it's continuing to kind of carpet the area.
Maybe it's a glam rock band.
Are you ready?
We want to rock.
Rock.
Heavily inspired by Death Clock, they've been dropped into the place for a show.
That is metal.
That is pretty big entrance for a gig that wouldn't happen in Christchurch.
I think it's Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
As you watch, though, the mist reaches one of the houses opposite. You see someone's head sticking out, and as it reaches them, it curls upwards towards the head that's looking out at the object. The head, the person isn't watching the mist, they're watching the object to see what happens. This mist kind of almost unnaturally just curls up, and then suddenly the person starts shaking and convulsing as the mist forces itself in through their nose and mouth and eyes.
Oh, what
and
the
then
fuck?
You see them drop to the ground next to their house.
Seeing this,
What the fuck?
I'm looking at the other guys, assuming that they're looking back at me and are kind of like, oh god.
So, body snatchers, or are they just
This
dead?
is fucked up.
I'm guessing we shouldn't leave the house at the moment.
It's right outside there though, and it's just gone right up to that house.
can-
Like, is there any indication of other smoke heading in our direction that we
It's
need
kind
to
of
react
spreading out. Yeah, it is coming towards the house. It's kind of spreading out in kind of a circle from.
We should go out the
Guys,
back.
there's no way we'll get into the car.
Well, it's fine. We'll go out
Yeah.
the back. It'll be easy enough to get over the fence. We
Yeah.
should try and get away from the smoke if it's good.
I don't know what the hell it is, but yeah,
Maybe.
let's just move away from it. That sounds good, guys.
All right, let's pick up a few things and then we'll head out.
Yeah. Okay. So AJ pockets a torch and a couple of extra bits. Basically, like you guys, he's maybe not completely prepared for any kind of.
It's killing me you doing this third person thing.
Yeah,
Just say-
AJ.
just say I do this.
Well, no, I'm sort of GMing it. That's the thing. It's weird, isn't it?
Damn. If we need to talk to you, we'll just say AJ, and then you can pretend that you're
Then I
here.
can talk in
suppose.
character as myself. Yeah.
If you can get in that mindset. And scene.
AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very naturalistic.
That's right. Yeah. Green smoke melts people.
This is how I talk, Mark.
This is I, AJ.
Welcome to my humble abode.
This is weird now.
ghoulish.
Very ghoulish.
The green smoke. It's coming towards us.
Oh no,
We should probably.
better make a move. We're going to get turned into the. Yeah. Okay.
I've breathed it in.
Okay, so yeah, AJ grabs some bits and pieces, but like you guys, he's not particularly well prepared for any kind of odd, like murderous smoke and stuff. It's a similar kind of kit to what you guys have got, essentially. Phone.
Are we all still upstairs? Looking at the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll quickly ran downstairs in this moment to grab all my bits and pieces, chuck them all into
Makes
my bag,
sense. Yeah.
chuck my coat on.
Have you got any spare towels?
Yes, I do have some spare towels.
Can you grab them?
Yes.
Cool.
Always bring towels.
And get them wet.
That's going to take some more time.
Let's not worry about that. Have you got any tools in the shed?
We can go to the garage, yeah, but that smoke is going to get there fairly quickly as well.
Okay, let's just bolt.
If
We need
we're
to
going
get
out the back, we can just quickly duck into the garage.
I just want to drop in and get a hammer or something, or a sledgehammer.
Okay, I'm going
Ideally.
to sledgehammer.
I'll just get the biggest, hittiest thing I can find.
Okay. So
I'm going over to the sink and wetting my t-shirt because you're not giving me a wet towel.
I'll give you a towel.
While you're doing this and talking about weapons, I'm undoing one of these mic stands and getting one of the poles.
Yeah.
Nice,
Okay. Yeah, okay. On your sheet, right, mic stand pole then, I guess.
Should I wet towel?
Yeah, wet towel, and we'll say you grab a hammer on the way out. Let's actually no. You know what? My mum has been fixing her bike in the sun lounge. There's a hammer right there.
Yay!
We don't even need to get into the garage. Perfect.
Cool. So yeah, let's bolt over the.
Okay.
Let's get over the fence.
I'm wrapping the towel around my lower face because that stuff affected if they breathed it in. So
It went in their eyes, buddy,
Covering.
but I appreciate your commitment.
I'm just who knows what's going on.
Note that, like, given what time are we talking about here? It's
By
like
now, it's probably about 8:30.
8:30. Okay, so like I'm starting to properly like wake up a little bit more at this point, especially now the adrenaline's going. Because normally I start these evenings like 70% asleep, and then build up. By the time we're finished, I'm like, right, I'm ready for the day now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of building up to that point where like I'm becoming really aware. Maybe by comparison to the other guys, where you guys are maybe coming down a little bit.
He's beginning to
adrenaline
believe.
at this point is obviously going to be high, but I'm just thinking like my prime time is coming. Daytime for me is starting quite soon.
You're getting
so
ready.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
ready. I'm
His night vision
I'm
is
very
superior.
awake.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're going to go
we're out in the garden.
back up.
Yeah. So out in the back garden, as you come out of the back door, I realise you guys don't know the layout of my house that well. As you come out of the back door, you just stick your head around the corner and you can see the smoke making its way over
Over that fence.
over the gate in the driveway, sort of continuing its way along.
Yeah.
Almost as if like it's you get a feeling almost like it's like a kind of carpet of like almost like it was a caterpillar or something, like kind of moving.
Like it's
over.
using
You
the
know what I mean?
environment.
Yeah,
to
it's
travel.
going over the environment.
Yeah.
It's not like just smoke spreading. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Noticing that, I'll just say to the guys like, that looks really organic, like it's alive, like it's ware or something. Like,
Can't hit that with a hammer. Can hit the fence with a hammer. I've started hitting the fence. To
It's
break
not.
it
It's
down.
not a fence. It's a 6.5 foot tall wall.
Oh.
So I think we're all going to have to make a check to see if we can climb over the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, I look at the mic pole in my hand and just drop it because
Throw it over the wall. Throw it over
I'll
the wall.
grab the eraser and remove that from my thing because that's
Oh no, actually 6.5 foot. No, it's about.
the mic
It's
stand
maybe
is
about
going.
6 foot.
It must be 6
Yeah,
foot
it's
out there,
about
I think,
6
isn't it?
foot. Yeah.
The mic
From the one
stand
time I
pole is
stood
going. I've decided that that
Lob it
fog
over.
is. If I'm not going to be able to hit the fog, Jason's made a very good point there. I'm ditching weaponry. I'm going lightweight.
Yeah.
The bag's enough on my back as it is. So.
Okay. So we'll do our first skill check now. So
Exciting.
this isn't going to be a particularly hard one. I'm going to start this because we're just climbing a wall. So we'll do it one by one, or you can do it as a group to see how well you do at getting over. That might be the best way to do it.
Just do it as a group.
As a group. Okay. So you've got
You
the
can just
highest
roll for
physical.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going to dice it.
Okay, so in End of the World, we do things with dice pools. So you start off with 1.
It's the nerdy
As a
cousin
base.
of Deadpool.
Yeah. Dice pool.
Dice pool.
Damn.
You start off with 1. I'm going to give us 1 extra positive dice because Jason is really physical.
You can give us leg ups.
What did you guys have as your? We'll call this vitality. No, dexterity check. So you got a.
I got-
he's got a
3.
3 as well.
3. I'll give 1 each for those as well because that's above average. Now negatives. This isn't going to be particularly hard. Is it actually okay? So before we go any further, is there anything else you guys can think to get more positive dice? If you're helping each other over.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be
It's a
helping
group
the others
effort,
over
right?
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I can get over on my own, so
Yes.
I'm going to be giving the
So
others
you're
like
giving
a
leg
up.
ups.
Well, I can climb walls and what have you.
Yeah.
Like I used to climb trees.
Yeah, I know, but I'll be there to like just make it quicker.
I'll give. Okay, so we'll count the you being able to climb walls as the first one that we gave you for you. I'll give 1 extra one for Jason giving leg ups to other people before he goes over himself. Okay, so negative dice. I'm going to give this 1 for the basic. It's quite a stressful situation. You guys are running from something you don't know, but you have already seen something, so the stress level was kind of high. So I'm going to add 1 extra for that. And I'm going to put 1 extra one in there because AJ is rather fat, and he's going to. I know for a fact I'd have trouble climbing over that wall. Okay, so we're going to roll these dice pools. Okay, so straight away, way End of the World works, listeners at home, you roll positive dice and negative dice. Any negative dice that match any of the positives, you take out both. So immediately I've taken out a pair of 5s, a pair of 2s, and a pair of 1s, leaving us with a 4 and a 5 on that. Jason, you got a 5 in
do.
physical, so that's a success.
Cool.
We won on the 4, we was close on the 5. But
Yes.
yeah, so it's a success. Everybody yanks it over the wall, just.
And we're in another garden.
Yeah. So you find yourselves in Mrs. Jones's garden. Again, all the houses on this side are out. There's no lights anywhere. It's quite a long garden. There's a greenhouse. There's a shed right next to you as you come over the wall. And there's a lot of kind of vegetable patches and things, and then the sort of brick house at the end of the garden. What do you want to do?
What are our exits?
You can make it just past the house. You can go past the house. There's a sort of side gate. Listeners know I'm not literally describing how to break into my neighbour's house. I'm changing a few things. But I'm assuming most of these houses have side gates. There's that, or you can go into the house. There's a back door, it's like a screen door thing.
Okay, I vote we just go straight past. We need to stay outside so we can keep an eye on this gas.
I haven't got any better ideas, guys. Like, let's just keep going.
Okay, so I'm going to open the gate and see what's occurring.
The street on the other side doesn't have gas rolling down it at the moment, at least from where you can see.
That is
it.
a significantly better street.
And there's no sign of any people though. You can't see anybody here, so maybe
I don't care.
you don't know quite what's happened there.
I'm
Or
going
there's just nobody
to
there.
stay low and kind of peek out along the road either
Okay.
way.
Further up the road towards the sort of where you know the high street is, you can see more of the gas, but it's sort of seems to be kind of staying. It's like it's kind of reached its sort of radius, if you know what I mean, further up there. Either of you want to look back into?
I'm going back to Twitter again real quick, just to see if there's like other indications of green mist. Like I searched green mist.
Yeah. Hashtag green mist. Because it's only just happened.
How many people are that nowadays?
We're living in
2018. People would be on Twitter.
I feel like there would be enough people.
I'm dying right now.
Would be a photograph or something.
That's true.
Selfie.
After a little bit of scrolling, you start to see tweets popping up. The first couple of results, however, are just about some kind of pop vaporizer.
Of course. The 420 crew are out there.
Hashtag vape life. Hashtag green mist. Hashtag vape life.
Scroll it from top to latest comments.
Okay. So you switch to latest, you start to see a couple of people, and then, like, people will be like, this is so effed up and stuff.
Yeah.
And
so seeing this, I'm just going to make the obvious thing and say to everybody, like, we're not alone in this, guys. Like, this is going on in other places. And, seems like the shit's hitting the fan big time.
As you leave the garden, looking back as well, you see that the mist kind of come up to the top of the wall at the back of AJ's house, sort of waver and sort of stop as if it's stabilised. So you would maybe put two and two together that these mist things have got a radius on them.
Okay, so that's good. It's only come so far. That might just be the first thing.
Yeah.
I reckon we move away from the gas.
I think across the road, I think there's a park area.
Across the road there is a quite large, wide park area. It's unlit like the rest of the town, but it is, it's quite wide. There's not a lot to hide behind that. Next to that is a school.
I think we go to the school.
Why?
The school will have food and things. It's also a lot easier to find. There might be something worthwhile picking up there. If they've got shot
food, are you hangry already?
It's worth preparing for these things. They might have shot puts or javelins or something as well.
Javelins,
mate.
How are you going
to
fight the mist, though, man?
We can't assume it's just mist.
I'm assuming it's just mist for now. I'm not seeing anything different.
That is worryingly positive of you.
Well, no, it's not necessarily. I mean, I just want to keep going. Like, I'd rather head for the coast or something. Like, if maybe we can get on the water. Like, I'm just grasping at straws, slightly panicked.
I'd like to just do. Is there kind of like, I don't know if this works, checking things like audio wise, like. Is it like eerily silent? Are people screaming? Are we catching any kind of sound?
You can't hear any. I'm not going to make you do a check for this kind of stuff. In this, I'm not going to make you see if you can listen by rolling a skill check.
Just play it.
That would be more of like if you were in like a real, like if everything's going down around you, I might make you roll a skill check to see if you could hear something over that.
Okay.
As you're just standing there and listening, you can't hear any sounds of traffic at all, which is a little weird. Because you would think there would
There's always the odd car.
There's always the odd car. It's very quiet, but then you can, if you, as you strain your hearing, start hearing sounds of screaming here and there. So, but coming from sort of all directions, really, it's not.
That's fucked up.
Hearing that, I'm just starting to shoot the guy's looks. Like,
we do need to move somewhere.
What the hell, like?
Yeah.
It's fine. That's either the gas or whatever comes after it. I still vote we continue moving somewhere. I agree with you.
Well, you've got a few options. There's the, like I say, heading up towards the high street, you can see some of the gas kind of up that way, but it's not coming any closer. It's almost like there was maybe another pod thing came down and some more gas came out. You got your park on directly across the road. You got the school kind of also across the road. Or there's also other ways you can go. You can head anywhere you would like to go in this real life town that we live.
Let's just head away from the gas.
Yeah, I don't want to be anywhere near the gas.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's get out of Christchurch. Is my first thought. Like this
place
full
of
old
people. Well, dead people, I guess.
Well, there's not really any roads out of Christchurch. We've got to go back.
It's limited
before we get out of here, really. So
that's true. You can't get from Winston to Christchurch for shit.
Tuckton's shut down right now.
So yeah, let's head towards.
Only for traffic.
Only for traffic. That's true.
For pedestrians.
There's two bridges in and out of this place, really, isn't there? So.
I say we head for the bridges and everything where we kind of the way we drove down.
Yeah, okay.
We'll head back that way towards town. We've all got people we need to get back to right now. And I guess we look at I look at you, AJ, and we're like, what do you want to do about your mum?
She was in the house.
Shit.
Well, you didn't mention that.
Is this the first you've thought of it? Fuck.
God, AJ.
I feel like I'm a bad son, but now my mum's. Oh God!
I mean, she might have been upstairs. It might be fine.
Yeah. Looking back at the way we've came, is the green mist like over the building now? Like,
It's not kind of over the roof, but the way that it's kind of in the it's kind of, it must have filled the ground around it, sort of thing. It's possible that it hasn't gone into the building.
It might have either not gone in the building.
You can't tell without going back and looking.
Shit, I'm looking to you now. Like AJ.
You got your phone on you, right? Just give her a call. She got mobile.
She doesn't have her mobile on most of the time.
Oh, shit. We can go back for her if you want.
This is not the time for neo-Luddites. We need technology.
It's over, AJ. We have to move.
Burn on my mum, I guess.
Sick mumbo.
Can we look back? Can we look back to your house at this point and see anything? Like, are there lights on? Is there anything going on?
No, I mean there's no lights on anywhere.
Oh, of course, there's no lights on.
No.
Sorry.
Is your mum exorcisting her way towards us?
That's a fucked up
she's a
noise, man. No, there's no signs of movement or anything. There's just, you can sort of see the mist kind of just cresting the top of the wall and just sort of staying there.
Okay.
Going back
in. I'm looking to you still. I'm just gonna be like, well, shit. I don't really like. My mum's miles away. Like, I don't. There's no way I'm getting to her. Like, and my brother and everybody, they can kind of look after themselves. I don't need to go running. Like, I'll stick with you if you need me to like fight and, well, not fight, but you know what I mean, man. Like, I'm trying to just impress upon you. Like, hey,
can we go back and look? I want to just look.
Yeah, I'm with you. What you guys want to do? I get it. You both got the hard side.
No, Charlie.
We're here right now. So
Charlie's already texted me back. She says she's gone to her mum's and they're all okay at the moment. So
okay.
There.
Yeah,
is Jo just sleeping?
She's asleep. She's always asleep.
Actually, to be fair, Charlie is also probably asleep at this point.
Yeah, the front door's locked because I locked before I went out.
But we've got cats,
and the windows are shut.
So AJ leads the way back down the garden.
I text
very
her
wary of the mist doesn't seem to move towards as you get there. Just kind of looking over the wall, AJ says, "But I can't see it going in the house. It's just." Why am I putting on a voice for myself? I'm trying to differentiate between the GM voice
As
and my
DJ
voice.
Carlo said, you played yourself.
Oh, man.
Sick.
Congratulations.
4 or 5.
You played yourself.
Yeah. Multiple entendre.
AJ says, I think if I can get onto the roof of the garage from here, I might be able to stay above the mist.
It doesn't seem safe.
But I gotta go check on my mum, man.
I'm happy to jump on the garage for you. Like,
you're light.
Give me a leg up onto this shed. And there's a shed right next to it at the end of the garden.
Okay.
We'll
do that then.
Okay, so I don't feel like we need to roll for a leg up, but I might need to make a roll for myself for jumping over in between the shed.
Well, that's why I'm suggesting, like, having noted that it was some struggle to get over the wall in the first place.
Yeah,
that's why I'm suggesting, mate, like, this might be easier if I just like. And I'm just going to go for it anyway. I'm ignoring you. I'm putting my hands on the wall and I'm starting to lift myself up.
Well, no, the wall, the mist is on the top of it.
Don't touch the wall.
Okay.
Yeah,
don't do that.
What I'm proposing, so the mist is up to the wall and kind of sitting sort of up onto the ledge at the top of it. Mm-hmm. There is a shed in the neighbour's garden which has not been.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll climb up.
What I was going to do is go onto the roof from that and then jump across to try and get onto the garage roof in my garage.
How stable is the garage roof?
Okay,
it's pretty good. Keeping
in mind the traits that I've picked, I'm going to look at you and kind of like raise an eyebrow, like, you really want to go jumping on a garage roof?
Well, I can't do something.
Look, mate. Look at me. I'm made of skin and bones. I am the wind. I would like that roof won't even.
I'm going to throw Eden onto the shed.
Yeah. Okay, if you want to go do it,
yeah, I'm going to hop up there for you. Like, don't worry about it. So I'll get up there and have a look.
You can get onto the shed without a lot of trickiness. I am going to need to make you do a check to see if you can jump across a channel which is full of smoke.
Okay.
At this point of mist. To the edge of the garage roof, which you'll have to grab onto and pull yourself up onto.
Okay, so I'm
great ending early on.
I'm going to look down at this and kind of look back at you like, you know what I'm doing for you here, man. This ain't my mum, but I've made my choice because I'm very much at this point like, part of me noticing that we are definitely in some kind of a shitstorm is like, oh, it's happening, right? Okay, then all bets are off. I'm willing to like go for like this could be my hero moment. Maybe I get to go out in a blaze of glory. Let's see. So I'm gonna look down, see that, and then just steel myself and let's do this.
All right. Okay. So let's make a check then for this jump.
Okay.
Okay. So we're starting with regular 1. And I'm going to call this a difficulty 2 just generally, so that's on those. So we need to figure out reasons that you'd get extra positives at this point.
Light and nimble on your feet.
Well, I can
He's a cat.
I don't want to say like I'm a cat, but I do bound up and down the stairs at work. I take stairs 3 at a time.
Okay. So have you got have you got a positive feature that might apply here?
No, not really.
What's your positive physical?
My positive physical feature is that I don't eat much, which I guess alludes to being light. Yeah, I'm very light.
Okay.
I'm just, as I say, I bound up and down stairs all the time at work. I really do genuinely leap up and down 3 or 4 stairs at a time. So I tend to think that I'm
You're gonna die.
All right, no, I'll give you an extra one for that. Yeah, that's fair enough. You haven't got any equipment that would help.
I've ditched everything getting up the side of the thing.
Yeah, so you can't get any extra ones from that.
Yeah, I've just put it all down.
Have you got any negative features that might hamper you from doing this?
No, not really.
No? Okay.
Smoker's lung's my only physical one, but I'm not running.
You're not running, you're just kind of jumping across.
I could deal with 4 steps.
It's not endurance, yeah.
Anyone assisting?
We're literally throwing.
I mean, that's the only other way I can think of to add positive dice.
I'm gonna get up on the shed as well, and I'm gonna hold basically make a solid platform so that you can kind of jump off of me almost.
Okay. I'll put 1 extra dice in.
At your suggestion of this, I'm definitely all right, I guess so. Realising that I'm happy to play with life and death given the circumstances. I'm kind of if I go out fast, I won't have the supplements.
I think Eden wants to die.
So that's a 2, a 1, and a 6. So provided the 1 or the 2 doesn't get cancelled out, this might be successful. So the 6 gets cancelled out.
3 and 3.
So we're left with a 1 and a 2 on the positive dice and a 3 on the negative dice. Once all matching pairs of negative and positive results have been removed, if any of the remaining positive dice have results equal to or lower than your characteristic, task succeeds. So you make it.
Success!
You make it over the roof.
Excelsior. So grabbing, I'm hitting the side, gripping it with my hands, and kind of planting myself against the wall to do this.
You're kind of jumping across and kind of grabbing on and pulling yourself up. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. So I've made it to the other side of hit the wall with a bit of a thud and and pulled up. I look back at Jason and I'm giving him a thumbs up hey, that worked, fair enough.
Hadouken!
Recognising that we've just finished a D&D session, I do probably say Hadouken or something like that. And then look back to the building to see if I can see anything.
Okay, so it looks like from what you can see, which is not a whole lot because there's not a lot of lighting here and it is dark out, it doesn't look like the mist has actually gone inside the building.
Okay.
From where you're at. But from where you are, it's going to be a bit tricky to get across to another window to make it back in or anything.
Right. Okay, so I'll shout back to you guys and be well, it doesn't look like anything's going on inside, but equally, I can't really see anything else going on.
Okay.
And then I look around and realise I've just put myself on an island in the middle of the fog.
It would be easier to get back because you would be higher up. And
okay.
Yeah.
In my mind's eye, I was oh god, what have I just
and now
I don't have a Jason to tell me
the garage roof is quite sturdy, so you would even at a pinch be able to get a running jump back across. So getting back across wasn't going to be the problem.
Okay,
it was getting across to the garage roof which was the tricky bit.
Cool. Well, I'm telling you guys that. Any reaction?
Well, if it's not in the house, then your mum's probably fine.
Yeah.
So I was going to say shout. I don't think we should shout at anyone at the moment. I'm sure she'll stay away from the green fog.
Let's hope so.
So we need to get going.
Yeah.
We can't get in. There's no way we can get her out. So we just need to keep going.
No. Okay. Right. Let's keep going then.
Cool. Right.
So you jumping back across.
Yeah.
I won't make you make a check for that because, as I say, just from a purely physical standpoint, you'd have to work hard to fall back from where you're into the gap.
Okay.
It was just because you were getting from a low thing to a high thing across the gap. Right. Going from a high thing back across to the low thing is not so tricky.
Yeah, I've just got to make sure I don't Jackie Chan it and break my ankle.
So don't do that. But,
feeling emboldened, then I recognising that I made it the first time, I look around, give it a little leg up, run off, and then
backflip.
I'm not quite on that book level acrobatic kind of climbing.
Do a flip.
I'll definitely jump back to the other side, rejoin you guys, grab my backpack, and kind of look around and be like, so direction. Where we're quite relatively close. I mean, I guess it's a little ways. Where's
next closest would be my place.
Where's all the
Across the
there's that retail park quite close. What's in that one? Like, is there anything we could go in? Like,
There's a home base.
the home base.
There's a Pizza Hut. There
Pet
are
store.
several. There's a pet shop. I don't know the
Subways,
name of it.
Costa.
There's a
Little
Subway,
Yappy
Costa. There's a closing down Maplin's, which prices aren't really low enough, and there's a Home Bargains.
Is it on the way to yours?
Yeah, we pass it here.
Yeah.
To go back.
Okay, well let's go
let's head
past
on
that.
that
We need to stick to open areas because if there's fog, it's just going to stop us wherever we are.
We'll stick to that main road then.
Okay.
Walking our way up.
Onwards. Tally ho.
Okay. So to get there, probably the best way would be to cross the open area park.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's completely pitch black.
There's an edge to the park, isn't there? Where there's like trees.
There is. Yeah, there's a sort of hedge on this side, but there are openings in it.
Okay, well, we should stick close to the hedge just in case anything else happens.
Okay, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's pretty quiet. And are we seeing any more lights coming down? Are there any
Anything
more
coming
descending?
down? There's still a lot of movement in the sky.
Is it getting busier or
a little bit?
okay?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll stick to
We
the
just need to keep on the move. We need to kind of stay in the dark areas.
A brisk walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
almost like jog.
That's going to do it for this episode. We'll see what happens to the group as the invasion continues next time. We'll be back with that, as usual, in 2 weeks on Thursday the 10th of May. So tune back in for that. In the meantime, as always, you can get in contact with us on Twitter and Facebook, both of which we are at PretendWithDice, and you can also email us at pretendingwithdice@outlook.com. If you're listening to us on iTunes, be sure to leave us a rating and review. It really helps us to find new listeners, which is just a huge help. And whether you use iTunes or not, if you've enjoyed the show, please let your friends and family know about us. It's always great to hear from new people. So yeah, as always, thanks so much for listening. We'll see you all next time.